I hate rent. I hate paying for something that I can't own. And I especially hate that half my income is paying for some landlord's yacht while I'm stuck in this beige prison. Call me crazy, but I feel like when you buy something, you should be able to keep it. So I make it a point to own the things that I pay for. I've made physical and digital copies of all of my music. I own my movies and my TV shows, and I flat out refuse to pay for any monthly service unless it's required by law. Unless that law is stupid and easy to break. That's why 3 months ago, I sold nearly everything I owned. I didn't renew my lease, and I started pocketing most of my income. Some of you might be asking how I accomplished this. Homeless. I became homeless. For the past 3 months, I've been living out of the back of my Volkswagen Jetta in sunny San Francisco. It's been terrible. It's been so bad. But there was a point to all of this. I managed to save up 3 months of rent so I could start the conversion process on a van. Funnily enough, I've done this all before. Once upon a time, 4 years ago, I was in the military, based out of Minot, North Dakota. Yeesh. I wanted out of the dorms, but I couldn't afford rent on my own, and I lacked the ability to make friends and socialize. So, I bought a van. 8 months later, I finished the build with no prior experience. Shout out to Home Depot for letting me build stuff in their parking lot. And just as I started living out of it, there were some major life changes.
I didn't see that.
Some stuff happened. And I ended up selling the van. But I landed myself a job in San Francisco with what I thought would be a livable salary. And after a few months of living there, the amount of money that was being sacrificed towards rent really started to bug me. $3,000 is a lot of money, especially for an apartment that I couldn't even paint. So out of sheer spite and hatred for everything beige, I decided to become homeless. Again. Sadly, this time around, I don't have 8 months to convert a van from scratch. Also, the van market in California sucks. It's hot garbage. Empty cargo vans cost almost as much as some fully built conversions, and the new ones are just out of my price range. So after much debate and hours on Facebook Marketplace, I found something really special. The Chevrolet Roadtrek. These things are built like tanks. They're reliable and relatively easy to repair, and parts are cheap. But sadly, there is a downside. They're not exactly stealthy. The Roadtreks share the same body and relative dimensions as Chevy's cargo and luxury vans, so they can squeeze through most drive-thrus and snugly fit in standard parking spots. But parking a van in California has become a challenge. Over the years, van life has become more popular, and people know what to look out for in a conversion, especially cops. And the Roadtrek just looks like a tiny RV, which isn't exactly helpful when I'm trying to be stealthy. But by removing the decals, streamlining the roof, and slapping some fake company logos on, I might just be able to make it pass for a work truck. This would make parking a hell of a lot easier. So having my heart set on being debt-free and a potential homeowner before 30, I bought a 2013 Chevrolet Roadtrek with 44,000 miles. But this thing is far from perfect. There's a lot of things I want to change. I'm planning on documenting the entire build process, so those of you that are joining who are also building a van can have a good reference point and can hopefully avoid my mistakes. So, with that being said, let's talk about future plans. When I built my first van 4 years ago, I lacked some fundamental interior design knowledge. And this time around, I'd really like to do something different, so after a little research, I found inspiration. A 1978 Airstream Argosy. I do want to make it clear that there are definitely some dated design choices in the Airstream, so I only plan on taking a handful of these elements while leaving the rest. This is going to be a massive project, and I've already broken it down into 4 main categories, strictly for my sanity. There is a lot that needs to get done here, and I plan on trying to finish everything in the next 6 months, just in time for college. This is going to be a journey filled with questionable decisions, lots of trial and error, and fingers crossed, fewer beige walls. If you got any advice, or if you hate rent as much as I do, let me know in the comments. And feel free to follow along on my socials. I'll be attempting to post weekly.